All right, folks, welcome back for another episode. I wanted to welcome my next guest. He is based out of Texas by way of Queens, New York. DJ producer with roots in the culture that dates back to the 90s. His production is built on amazing combination of dusty breaks and layered textures. I wanted to welcome back my brother DJ Kawon. How are you?
Man, what's good, man? Appreciate you having me, man. Thanks for having me back, man. It's always
Always,
exciting.
man. Yeah, I'll do this all day with you, man. Dude, you just mad prolific. And congratulations to your Knicks for taking the Eastern
Yes,
Conference.
yes. I know as we're recording this right now, my son's watching Spurs and OKC in game 7 right now. So
It
we'll
is.
see
Oh,
what
so it is. So I was going to ask you. I don't get to follow basketball much these days, but
yeah.
where are we at? What quarter are we at now?
It was second quarter and it was like 43-44 OKC. So it's a close one right now, man. It's close right
Ooh.
now.
Okay. Who do you think's going to take it?
I don't care. My Knicks are in there.
Yeah. Good point. Good point, man. Whoever's
But
going to lose to the Knicks, right?
we have a history of losing the Texas team. So I guess I got to pull for OKC, right, to
Okay.
break the curse. So because I know
Yeah.
last time we haven't been in
Well,
there since '99, so we lost to Houston and San Antonio in the '90s. So I gotta pull for OKC, I guess.
yeah. Well, that's a good question, man. I mean, with you being out in Texas now, is some of your family split on who they cheer for, or are they all
Um,
diehard New York fans?
so for me, yeah, for me, I'm New York everything, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But my wife, she's from Cali originally, so
Oh, okay.
she's a Cowboys fan, which is weird. Well, not weird, but you know, it's the
Yeah.
Cowboys.
49ers got,
And,
yeah, long history
so
against the Cowboys. So,
yeah, she's Cowboys fan. She doesn't really have a horse in the race when it comes to NBA.
okay.
So oh, I take that back. I'm lying. She's Lakers. I'm tripping. She's Lakers.
Oh,
She's
okay.
old, but she's old school Lakers. She doesn't like this new regime. So she's like, get
Oh,
everybody.
she's dedicated to the Magic era. Yeah. Okay.
The Kobe, yeah, the Kobe era and the Shaq and Kobe era. So
All right.
we have an interesting dynamic in the house, and she's a Dodgers fan, so I'm a Yankees fan. So we butted heads last year in the World Series when they played
Ah,
against each
okay.
other.
Well, hey, it's been good seeing all like the footage on the social media with all like the old Knicks members just coming out there and everybody's
Mhm.
celebrating this conference championship. And I saw
Yeah,
videos of Ewing, Jeremy Lin, and just all the other great Knicks players and celebrating
yeah.
what's to
It
come.
brings it brings back great memories, man. It's fun to talk to my son about it because I tell him I'm like, man, you just had to that '90s era NBA basketball. You just had to be there
Mm.
to those rivalries, those Knicks and Bulls rivalry games and
Oh, dude.
series, and the Pistons and how good the Lakers were back then, and all. I was like, you just had to be there, dude. Like the basketball that you guys have now is nothing compared to how it was
Oh
back
man,
in
the
the
teams were
day.
tough, man. Yeah, it
Yeah,
just yeah, it was quite emotional too as well since I was
yeah,
very wrapped into basketball. It was fun. It was a good time, man, for sure. All right.
absolutely.
Well, hey, man, congratulations, man. You got an album, the Boombap Alumni, that's dropping on June 23, 14 tracks. And so
Yes,
can you
sir.
tell me what motivated the title behind the Boombap Alumni? Why'd you call it that?
Yeah. So I got my platform too, the mixtape show. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see that, but this is the mixtape show is something I do. And that's a little coin term that I use when I do my interviews. At the end of the interview, I tell the artist, hey, you boom bap alumni now. Once you family. So once you come on the show, you can always come back and we could talk about whatever.
Oh, I love it.
And it's always just kind of been a thing that I endeared to the guest on the show and the music too, playing the music, all the artists. I consider us like family. We alumni. We all, I mean, we're all a part of this, right? We're all a part of this culture. We're all alumni to this thing. And it's like, when you're in college and you go back, you can always go back to your old school and you
Yeah.
can always support what they're doing. So that's the thought process behind it is, so Boom Bap Alumni is just an extension of the show. And it's just an
Oh,
extension of what I started back in 2011 with the show was highlighting just some of the dopest MCs and artists any way that I can, whether it be interviews, playing their music, talking them up on social media, that type of stuff. So this is basically like my soundtrack to that to prove the point. Like, yo, these are really some dope artists. So, this is something I've been trying to put together for years, man.
okay.
I've always got every time I started kind of working on it or getting beats together for it, we got What a Time to Be Alive by Trav because he snatched up the beats that I had that I was putting together. We had the Rock King run where I was using beats, for that and Lindor. So pretty much every project I was working on, it was always me starting to work on this album, and then other artists would hear the beat. So I send them the beat and say, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to rhyme on this," and then
I'm
they
a
were like, "Well,
Ram on all of
yeah, yeah. What
them.
else you got? What else you got?" And I'm a big believer in you don't want to stop the creative process.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
basically, this album was just kind of like a lot of those leftover beats that didn't make those albums, and a
Okay.
couple of new ones I kept together. And then when we finally had time to take a break, I was like, "Let me jump on this and get this album together, man." And we just kind of started the ball rolling about a year ago is when I started doing Lindor and S were the first two that I reached out to
Okay.
because S is Lindor's like mentor up there. When Lindor got active again into the music thing,
Yeah.
S was kind of putting him through, getting them acquainted with who to talk to and stuff up there in Canada. And so, just a conversation with me and Lynn, we was talking about getting S on, and he was just like, "Yeah, me and S, we haven't really done the song together in years." So I was like, "This is a perfect opportunity. Let's use this
Yeah.
thing." And then that's when the ball started getting rolling for the project. Like after that, I just started reaching out to people,
Yeah.
the home team first, and then started working my way outwards. And
Yeah.
and here we are, man. 14 joints in of some
Yeah.
of the records,
Well, the thing about putting such projects together is the time that it takes because of the
Mhm.
different life schedules that people have. How long did this project take to put together?
Hmm. Like I said, I think we started recording in May of last year,
Oh,
and,
okay.
and everything
That's
was
not bad.
recorded. It's not bad, right? So I don't, but for me, it was like I was in between every other project too, producing.
Oh,
So for
yeah.
me,
So you're
it felt
busy
like it was
anyway.
moving quick. Yeah, it was busy anyway. So I think we started recording this in May, and everything was recorded by December-ish, November-ish, and then just started doing the mixing and mastering after that, sending them to
That's
my engineer.
actually really good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sage was kind of me. I was doing them one and two beat songs at a time because again, I was in between everything else. And then kind of wrapped everything up March when we got the album done and it's completed and it's mixed and mastered and all that and the artwork and all that other stuff. So about 6 to 9 months total turnaround time, which isn't bad
That's
at all.
not bad at all, man. Yeah, I just I know sometimes, life happens and so
Mhm.
yeah, just you
Mhm.
can never tell the pace of when you get the work back and it's all good. But it
Yeah.
is worth it in the end because I just love the new sound that these group albums create, right? They are a combination of voices you're not used to hearing together
Mhm.
all the
Mhm.
time. And
Mhm.
so, when you put it together, it just makes for something special, right? So,
Yeah, it's
super
this
cool.
album. Like I said, I've been a huge fan of compilations. P
Yeah.
Rock did his compilations. The Tunnel when Funk Flex and Big Cap
Oh,
did
yeah.
that album. In what, early 2000s?
Mhm.
The Violator when they did those Violator albums. Like those
Yeah.
are some of my favorite because, like you said, it's kind of like it's not a soundtrack to a movie, but it felt like that where you have just all these different artists on different records together that you may not be used to, or
Yeah.
you would hear like, for instance, you would hear like a LL Cool J on a Prodigy beat, on a Havoc beat, or so just
Right.
something weird combination thing. So I've always been a fan of those type of albums. So I had that in mind when I was putting this together, is to try to mix it up as much as I can
Yeah.
and put people together who you may be familiar with from who I worked with before, but maybe partner them up with new people.
That's the
Um,
best, man.
yeah, bringing some veterans like the Bad Seed, who's on the album.
Man.
And then
Yeah. That was great.
just have a traditional posse cut because I've always been a fan of the posse cut. So that's the
Yeah.
alumni that we have. And morely just me showcasing my different production styles, man. Just I feel like if you listen to the album in its entirety, you can tell how I got it sectioned off where it's boom bap, traditional boom bap, and then we get into some high energy street style records, and then we get into some abstract beats, and then we get into some sample some traditional sample chops at towards the end of the album, you know what I mean? So just
Yeah.
different styles that I wanted to bring to show that what I can do sound wise and just like I said, just have the best MCs that I know of, and
Oh,
put them
yeah.
on this project and treat it like a draft. You draft the best player available on the board when it's time.
Yeah. No, it's great, and I love the album cover for the project, right? So,
Yeah,
how'd you get that one made? Yeah, yeah, there you go,
yeah.
man.
Shout out to my guy Richard. He's the one who did the artwork for Trav's project for What a Time to Be Alive.
Oh,
So
okay.
so after he started, I saw that I was like, yo, I got to reach out to this guy. This guy's incredible because I had the same kind of idea where I wanted to. I'm a big fan, man, of when you see album covers and you like, man, that's pretty dope. What does this sound like? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm a
that's good.
visual person. I'm a visual person, man. I've always been a visual person. So I wanted something that looked unique. I wanted something that wasn't, AI driven. This is it's hand drawn. He hand
Oh,
drew everything, and then he did the animate. Well, he didn't do the animation piece, but he did all the hand drawn stuff.
I thought it
Um,
was AI generated. That's dope. It's
no,
not.
no, no. This is all from his brain. He did that. We collaborated on some ideas, and he drew it, and we collaborated through the album cover, the track listing, each individual official single. He does all my singles artwork because I want
Yeah,
everything to feel the same. So you want that. I want everything to collide and feel the same when it comes to listening to this project and viewing this project. I don't want it to be all over the place. I want everything to kind of pull together and look the same and have the same feel to it
yeah,
and make it an experience. So yeah, it's my guy Richard. Man, he's a pretty dope artist, man, and he's been we've been talking about some future work for some future projects too, but he's knocking it out the ballpark. So everything you see from this album, coming from this album on the art side, is going to be him. Me and him collaborating on all the singles, and like I said, the album cover itself. And it's kind of like I just kind of gave him some ideas, and it's basically like a picture of like my creative space, basically, right? This is
yeah,
my on his MPC, got the turntable to the side, and I have this big whiteboard that you can't see, but it's a whiteboard here that I use when I have ideas, and I have my calendar of for albums and stuff like that. And I just wanted to use all of that to bring into the album artwork to kind of show the method behind the madness of putting this album together. And then the guy got like the old gray
yeah.
beard.
That's exactly on point. Yeah,
Yeah, man. So that's when I started working on this project, I had this big scraffy beard, man, and
yeah,
I finally cut it. And then, I wanted to capture that, just kind of like the transformation and just kind of like the process behind everything of
yeah.
putting this out together.
The wisdom, coach putting it together.
Wisdom, wisdom, yeah. And it's just from the years of working with the other artists, man. You kind of
Yeah,
what they did and what worked for us on those other albums, and I just kind of wanted to pull all the things that worked
yeah.
into this one and put my own little spin on it too, because like this is me being
Great.
an artist. I'm just not the producer of the project. I'm on the marquee on this one, so
Yeah.
it's been fun so far, brother.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. When I saw the graphic, I was like, dude, it closely resembles him, but I don't
Uh-huh.
know if like, AI generated it. AI is quite amazing these days, right?
It
But
is.
that is awesome to
I
know that
purposely, yeah, I
you do
purposely
that.
wanted human hands, and I wanted as much organic creativity on this project. Like we didn't
Yeah.
want to do too much AI with it. I'll do it on like maybe some of the animation stuff for the promo
Yeah.
stuff, but it's all coming from original artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I saw the single art for the alumni, and I was like,
Uh,
dude, Trav and Lendor look exactly on point, as if I imagine them to be cartoon characters. I said, that is them, dude. And
yeah,
so,
yeah,
so I was
yeah,
like, "Whoa, this is amazing, man!" So I did
yeah,
appreciate the art, and I just love that cartoon art too, as well.
yeah.
So it's great.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, good, man. And so, yeah, it certainly did make for a mix of styles in terms of your production, and then again, just MCs that I love hearing together. Like I really like that combination between Lendor and the Bad Seed, and
Hmm,
man, just
hmm.
his when when the bad seed does his little traditional the year, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's about to begin, and yeah, and I was super excited. But what was the I guess the motivation behind the intro, right? So the intro was to set the stage, and so how did
Mhm.
you put that together?
Yeah, so the intro, um, beat wise, that was originally meant for another project that was going to be an album intro that for one of the artists I was working with,
Okay,
and we ended up just kind of I ended up scrapping that album and kind of stripped taking that back just because what he was going to do with it, I didn't dig what he was going to do with it, and it felt like an intro to me. As far as the beat wise, like it's nothing. I mean, you can rhyme on it if you want to, because I've had a couple people who've heard the album say, "Yo, why you ain't got nobody rhyming on that?" But I've always been a fan of like, I'm a fan of instrumentals, man. I'm a fan
Yeah,
of beats. Premier, he's one who's a habitual, what I'm saying, giving away beats on albums kind of thing, where he has some dope interludes with the beats, and he's like, "Why nobody rhyming on that?" So
yeah,
I wanted to kind of use that to set the stage, like you said, for the album, right? It's me kind of on the radio because I pulled a clip from one of my old interviews that I was doing with somebody and just kind of making an introduction like Boombap Alumni, and then just kind of letting people know what the elements of boom bap music is, you know what I'm saying? Like you hear the guy saying this, it's the kick, the bass, and the snare, drums. Then you have like another guy kind of giving the definition of what alumni means, and then it's kind of
yeah, exactly.
process them. It comes together at the very end with boom bap alumni and
I
how
think
we're
so
kind of
too.
married. So yeah, it's just something I was just kind of trying to be a little creative wise as far as kind of explaining what journey you're about to go on here, and on a little intro for like a minute or so with a nice little soundtrack behind it. So
Yeah,
it's one of those beats I didn't want to throw it away. I didn't know what to do with it, but I knew I was going to use it at some point. And I was like, this will make a perfect intro.
yeah.
We could do something, and I just kind of chopped up the vocals to kind of go over that. So it was a fun one. I like that one.
Yeah, I thought it set the stage well, and it's funny that you mentioned that because it's so true. When I'm listening to other albums, I'm like, oh, I can't believe that's an interlude, and someone didn't
Yeah.
rhyme over that track. Give me that, right? Or,
Yeah,
but I,
exactly.
I actually did that probably one of the first times for my project where I had an intro and a middle intro, or I'm sorry, just like a little, 6 inning break track, and then
Hmm, hmm.
an outro instrumentals. Like I like the beats too. I don't know if it was just I didn't think I would sound well over them, but I know they were
Yeah.
dope, and I wanted to use it too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I kind of got that too from a couple years ago. I think we talked about this before. Like Lupe Fiasco
uh-huh.
had, and he said I heard him say that that's what he did in one of his albums, was where his interludes were kind of like like how you cleanse your palate at a like a
Hmm.
sushi restaurant when you go
Yeah,
into the next course
reset.
meal.
Oh,
So
I
he
like
said
that.
he'd do that where he would do certain type of interludes where it'll kind of cleanse your ears a little bit and reset your ears. And
Ah,
he had like fall
I like
sounds and
that.
kids playing and all that. So I thought about that. I was like, that kind of makes sense because when you're listening to an album now, if you're the type of person who still listen to a full length album all the way through, you don't want the people to get bored. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta have a breaking point to kind of get their attention and bring them back into it. So I thought that was a dope idea that I'm
Ooh, I
gonna
do like that.
probably start taking to where, give them 6 songs straight and then like a nice little interlude to kind of reset real quick and get back into the second half. So it was a cool
Yeah.
little thing. Yeah.
No, it's a good idea, especially if you set it off like just with mild music, and then you want to
Hmm,
get into.
hmm,
I think
hmm.
that's great. Lupe's doing big things too. I know he's doing like some professor work. I can't remember if he was doing like at
Yeah.
Harvard
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
some
One
something.
of the Ivy League schools. Yeah. He's doing
Yeah,
his thing.
I
Hip hop, right?
know.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought it?
Yeah, it's great, man. I wish I could have took his class.
For real.
So RA, super, super cool. And so we jump into, and when I got the album though, I didn't have it in the exact order, but I just picked a couple songs that I wanted to talk
Mhm.
about. And
Okay.
so one of the songs I really enjoyed was Content is King with Ace Wonder and Ja
Mhm.
Rajim. That's
Yeah.
really cool, man. They just talk about like the importance of creating content. I want to create content. How do I start? That little sample
Mhm.
was dope. And I think that's super relevant these days, right? So
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
We live that every day. We do, right? You do it with your show and your music, and same here. Is
yeah.
you want to stay in everybody's peripheral with your stuff. So it's no more just how good you are at what you do, where people are gonna come look for you. You got to make them want to look for you. And so it's kind of cool that Ace, because that record was actually for a future project. And
Oh, okay.
we were I was and there's a late entry to the album, but because I was kind of wrapping up the album, but I was like at a weird number of tracks that was done. I think I was like at 13 tracks, and I was like, I need at least one more to have that
Oh,
even
okay.
number. Because I'm always thinking of like a tape. Like if you got a
Yeah,
tape, you would
split
understand.
sides, right?
So
Yeah.
Ace recorded his other joint first, the penmanship,
Okay.
and he just kind of recorded that other record as like a one-off, and it was just an open verse available. So I kind of hit him up and was like, "Yo, I think I'm gonna put this on the project too." And Ja Rajim is actually my guy from Philly,
Okay.
and He's one of the brothers that I've met years ago. Always been cool to me when I was in Philly for like work stuff, and
Yeah.
then he would know I was in town, and he would kind of show me around the city and all that
Oh, that's
stuff.
great.
He kind of was my mix and master engineer on a lot of my early production stuff before he moved out to the DMV area, and
Okay.
so I kind of hit him up. No, he actually saw that I was promoting the album. He's like, "Yo, can I get a verse on there?" And I was like, "I
Oh,
got a perfect
dude,
record for you.
great.
I got a perfect record for you." And I sent him that, and he's like, "I got it. I definitely got it." Because he's one of those old school hip hop heads. You know what I'm saying? He has his little brand called Old Rappers Need Love Too or something like that. He goes.
I love it, man.
And he's
Yeah.
constantly kind of talking about being the elderly, elder statesman in hip hop and just kind
Yeah.
of adapting to what's going on now. So I think it was a perfect subject matter for him to kind of speak from his perspective, where, he's going through that too, where he has music and he's a producer and he's to me, he's a super producer. Like he's done records with a lot of Philly heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Like he's done work with the early roots. You know what I'm saying? He's done work with Gilly the Kid when back in the day, and so he's
Yeah.
really connected in that Philly hip hop scene.
Okay.
But the way things are now, he does, somebody like him doesn't get that respect because he's not on social media all the time bragging about all that type of stuff. He just kind of does his job and he moves on kind of thing. So it was a nice marriage and them two playing off each other on the subject matter. And it's something that you really don't hear about on any record right now. I haven't really heard a record like that
Yeah, no, it
from,
was it was
from
thought
underground. So
provoking for sure. I thought so. Right.
yeah.
And they both mentioned, whether commercial or underground, yeah, I mean, content is important. And
Mhm.
yeah, I just found it very interesting, and I do like the subject matter on it. What about you? How do you feel about what you do on social media? Do you think you do enough or not enough, or
I do what I
what's your
can do.
process?
I
Yeah.
do what I can do because I don't control the platform, right?
Yeah.
You have no control over it. So you can do everything that they tell you that you should do, and
Yeah.
they can push a button to flip all that on its head tomorrow, right? So
True.
I, I I do the best I can do as far as promoting things. I try to make things eye catching. We do a lot of partnership with Mad Good Records on social media stuff, so
Yeah.
we can hit all of our pages at one time. But I mean, it is like I'm not going to be the guy that's going to spend a whole bunch of money on advertising on social media.
Yeah.
Just to me the music's a little bit different. I'm not trying to get a deal. I'm not trying to get that kind of
Right.
recognized like that. I'm just enjoying the process. So I guess, I know people say they people hate using this term. It's really is just like it's a hobby until you get a check, right? So uh, I don't file music on my taxes. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like it's a hobby. So I promote as best as I can.
Yeah.
Uh, I do as much as I can with it. Like I treat it like I'm proud of the work, so I'm gonna promote it like I'm proud of it. I'm gonna promote the album probably for the rest of the year type of thing when I have, whenever we have time. We'll do some little cool little promo reels and stuff like that. We'll shoot some visuals. So I mean, it's a slow race, man, because you're not gonna be able to, there's no way to have a budget to catch everybody at once when
Yeah.
you
Oh, for
high
sure.
levels. You do as
Yeah.
much as you can do, and you kind of meet as many people as you can meet through the process of this album, and just be organic as possible with it. You know what I mean?
No, well, I think you guys do a fantastic job getting your stuff out there, man. And so, yeah, just great music. And yeah, that's why the song hit so hard was like, well, I just do it when I can, right? And so I know, like, for some shows, I'm a little more, I get some of the promo videos out better than others and stuff. And
Hmm. Hmm.
it's all dictated by life, right? And
It is, yeah, yeah, and
because
and
I
and and
want, yeah,
I don't think I present myself like I'm trying to be this big hip hop producer. I'm not trying
yeah,
to be,
not
you
at
know what I'm saying?
all.
So it's not like if you don't see me talking about music for a while, it's gonna fall off. It's kind of like I feel like whenever I do promote it, it's as honest as possible. So I'm not
Yeah,
trying to put up a front on who I am. So it's
yeah,
cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. And just like you, I
yeah.
know you like me. If you like me, I know you probably got tons of interview in your hard drive that you got to put out, and you just like I just don't have time to get to it right now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you just promote it when it's time to promote it, and just move on after that, you know?
Yeah, I just don't ever want it to be a headache for me. And so, yeah, I don't put myself on a timeline and I love it
Absolutely.
so much. Yeah, that even if I take like 2, 3 weeks break, it's part of my DNA now and I'll do it as soon as I can get a chance, right? So
Yeah,
I never want to
absolutely.
make it, yeah, stressful at all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, great. So great. Look at that, man. That song already got me so good, man. We like got me all ramped up, but lot of great points on that song that was recorded. Another one of the songs I really enjoyed was the Dirty Angel song with Cole Camp. Man, that beat
Yeah.
was really hard and just
Yeah.
head knocking. And I'm actually not familiar with Cole Camp. Where are they from?
So Cold Camp is from Canada.
Okay. Canada,
Are
man. Canada.
they're
That's some
yeah,
cats.
I got so they're with a label called Han Solo Records.
Oh
Some guy.
yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Thomas Quinlan runs them that
Yep.
label. And so I met through Thomas when I do interviews for the show. Dirty Sample, who's the guy on the second verse, he's a
Yep.
producer slash MC who also goes by Gorilla Bones, depending on which
Yeah.
personality he is, right? So he's one of those guys where he's a character, you know what I'm saying? He's
Okay.
one of those MF Doom style guys,
Yeah.
like you don't see Dirty Sample's face. That's why in the video he's all bundled up. He's looking like Kenny from South Park, right? Because that's just his thing that he does, and which is kind of cool. What I like about him. So Dirty Angels is a very similar production style of what they rap to anyway,
Yeah.
based off Dirty Samples production because he's a very gritty DJ
Yeah.
Muggs style producer, and so when I did that beat. I instantly thought about them. I was like, I gotta have them. I gotta have them on the project because Dirty Sample was on a previous project me and my brother Condu released called the Heat Tape.
Okay.
Dirty Sample was on the joint, and that was a kind of like a gritty, kind of crunchy hip hop vibe to it. So I knew once I had this one for Dirty Angels, I was like, okay, I got to reach out to Code Camp for this one, and
Yeah.
it was on board. They was like, yeah, give us a week and we'll send it back, and
Woo.
man, it's one of those records for me that it really to me I feel like it shows my range production style wise, right? Because it's so dark, it's so like it's a wild. I don't want to sample snitch, but where I pulled a lot of those samples from for that record,
Yeah.
it made from what I pulled it from originally to what it sounds like. I'm just like, well, it kind of amazed me a little bit based off of where I pulled it from, and they love the record to the point where now we're talking about doing like something together where I can maybe do some remixes for the album that they just did,
Yeah.
and I just like they sound, man. I like that weird abstract kind of
Yeah.
you know, you don't know where they're going with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like an adventure for your ears. And I love that record, man. I'm glad that they was able to jump on it. I'm glad they was actually able to put a visual together for it too, because the visuals dope too. I love them being in the snow, making snow angels and all that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
it's a fun record. It's a real fun record.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point you mentioned about just the way they delivered the hook was kind of like unpredictable. I wasn't sure, like
Hmm.
it wasn't like your standard like line for
Hmm.
line. I just like the way the slur angels in the snow get down and lay down and stay down, then go the tent going way down. That was great. And one of them said, "We just don't understand them like we need closed caption control
Yeah.
with hands, multifaceted like Bo Jackson." That was great, great
Yeah.
line. Um,
Chocolate. Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of those records that it has to grow on you. Like, because I've heard it from both sides. I heard people was like, that wasn't one of my favorites on the album. But
Oh, that was a great track
I've
too.
heard people say, nah, that's one of the ones. I just think it depends on your listening style.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure, for sure.
you
It's
know what I mean?
taste. Yeah,
But nobody said it was trash. So that's the best part. It's just some people say I dig it, but it's not my style just because they don't know where they're going lyrically with the record or whatever. And I was like, you just gotta listen to the bars, man, because they saying some wild things.
oh yeah, I thought it was a great track, man. You might have to even just do a project with Canadian MCs, as many Canadians you know. So
Feels like it, right? It
uh,
feels like it.
yeah, so great. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with their work, but yeah, I was really impressed with the track, and I thought the beat was super awesome.
Yeah, they got a dope album. If you just want to catch up on some of their work, they just released an album called Winter. I
Okay.
think it's called like Winter Wars or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
What is it called? Yeah, Winter Dreams. It's called Winter Dreams.
Okay.
and the album cover, it kind of looks like
Oh yeah,
just
picture
no,
outside. Yeah.
yeah, it's called Winter Dreams, and it'll kind of give you a real good feel for what they sound is like. And Dirty
Yeah.
Sample did the whole production on it. It's really, really dope album.
Yeah. And Solo got a bunch of stuff going on too, man. They got,
They do. They do.
yeah, lot of people
I
on
see
that.
a lot of similarities with them and Mad Good as far as
Yeah, that's a good
how they
point.
they operate similar. So I'll definitely I've been behind the scenes pushing for both of them to put like a some sort of joint project together with
Ooh, damn. Yeah, crossover with like a
yeah,
Canadian USMC. Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of cool, man.
That'd
There
be
you
fly.
go.
That I think that'd be fly. You know, because they both have in-house production. They both have some really dope rostered MCs. So I think it'd be a nice little project to put together.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They're good at pushing physical product out too. So I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, good, man. Well, hey, talking about like a combination of US and Canadian MCs, man, I love this track with Lendor and the Bad Seed. We talked about it earlier, Guerrilla Warfare, man. Len just got really a smooth voice, man, when he's rapping
Yeah.
and then I love it, man. Bad Seed representing Six Man Entertainment. He just yeah, and oh man. These guys bring it, man. So, yeah, I mean, how did that work, man? I know like you were inviting people back and forth. How did you decide in your head that I'm gonna put the Bad Seed and Lendor together? What made you decide that for this track?
Yeah, so this record was actually one that was recorded prior to the album, but
Okay.
it didn't have Lindo on it. It was for another artist.
Hmm.
That C was on the record originally. C was already on the record.
Okay.
And like I said, it was, without getting too much into it, me and that artist just had creative differences and
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it happens,
I
man.
decided to kind of separate myself from that situation, but I still had all these records, right? Um and a few of these records on this album is from those bodies of work. So the Bad Seed song was already done and it was named something else. But then after the situation hit, I hit Seed up and was like, yeah, I still got this joint with you. But I'm thinking about putting maybe Linda on the track. Are you cool with that? And he was like, yeah, I love Lynn. I love Lynn's work. I respect him. That'd be a dope look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Was
again,
it?
it makes sense because Seed is Seed, right? But to have him paired up with an artist from Canada like Lindor, it's a different sound. It feels different. So
Yeah.
Lynn kind of sat with the record for about a week or so just to kind of catch a vibe, listening to C's verse, so you can figure out how you can match his energy with it. And he hit me up, was like, I got it. I'm gonna call it guerrilla warfare, and we're gonna
Yeah.
just kind of I
Yeah.
kind of gonna match C's energy and just be kind of like relentless with the flow kind of
Oh, you
thing.
did.
And I actually did an interview early in the week, and they said to them, Seed's verse made Lynn's verse shine even more. You know what I'm saying? Based off of the energy, because he's like, that was kind
Yeah.
of a different aggressive Lindor that I'm not used to.
Yeah. You're right.
So to hear him kind of come in like that was just kind of cool to hear Lynn kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I laid the cuts on there with the New Jack City stuff that
Oh.
I added to it.
I didn't
And
realize you were cutting on these tracks. Oh, that's
yeah, yeah.
great, man.
Yeah, I did the light cuts on that with the New Jack City stuff at the end, and then
Oh, cool.
sent it back to Seed, and he was like, this a go." So we're gonna try to get a video out of that too. We all been
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
Once Lindo's schedule eases up a little bit with work, he's gonna get with Seed, and they're gonna figure that out how to shoot a video
Yeah.
for that.
Where in Canada? Is he in Toronto or?
Yeah, he's about an hour outside of Toronto.
Okay.
I think that Seed is like in upstate New York right now,
Oh,
so
so
we
it
were
makes for a
talking.
few hours, right? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so we were
bad.
talking maybe if they can, if possible, maybe Lynn can
Connect. Okay.
cross over the border or something like that, and they can shoot something on both sides. So we'll work it out. If not, they'll just kind of shoot separate, and we can edit it together. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, no, it's very great. And yeah, good point about just showcasing a different side of Lendor, right? He was like, you built like a beat bag. And yeah, it was funny. And then again, yeah, the bad seed, man. I mean, for this guerrilla warfare battle type track, cut his face, beat the case. You ain't gotta hide it. I see the hate. Yeah, both strong showings from both MCs. So good song. Yeah, I hope the video happens, man. That sounds dope.
That's been an early surprise favorite out the gate for a lot of people, just because
Oh, good.
they wasn't expecting that. Because people was like, I didn't know Lindo even knew Bad Seed, or you don't, I never
That's
heard. You
it.
know, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like I don't know if you ever collected comic books when you were a kid,
hmm.
and they used to put these like what ifs, like hey, the
What
X-Men
if?
and the
Yeah, yeah.
Avengers team up. And so that's how I feel when I hear folks who normally don't rap with each other put together like, God dang, this is
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
super group, man. So
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah. And
really enjoy that.
that's the idea. And I got to give you your props too, man. You helping me on the project I'm working on now, and
Thank you.
I love that record too. That's
Oh
what
man,
that
thanks
project
for
is
the
kind
invite.
of. Yeah, that's what that project is kind of like a what if, because it's like there are people who are on featured with people on records that they don't even know they're featured with those people. They're not going to hear it until it's done.
I
Kind
know.
of. So,
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah,
I
and you
can't wait for.
never, like for especially you too, you're like super prolific, right?
Mhm,
And you never, like oh, I would love to work with Kawon, but you never want to like add on to the plate and stuff. And so you kind of just
nah,
let it
that's fine.
happen organically. So it's fun. So I'm
Yeah,
glad we got to do that joint. And
yeah,
yeah,
man,
certainly
that's a
more to
dope
come.
record.
It's fun.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love your energy that you bring on records, and I know this is supposed to be for the album, but for you, because I gotta let the people know too, man. I just love your energy and your approach to records too, man.
Oh,
You
thank you.
When I hear your music, I can tell that you enjoy doing it. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? Not like you're doing it because you're good at it or you're doing it because you want to pretend to be a rapper. Like you can feel the fun energy when you do records. So I was like, I can't. Like I said, this hopefully this can open up a door for some future stuff and we can do more. But
yeah. Always down,
I
man.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed that record a lot. I've been listening to it since you sent everything back, and I was like, I can't wait
Sorry
to
you got it
see.
all dirty and raw. It's not mixed though, man.
Hey, that's what the engineer's for. I ain't worried
Yeah.
about that part.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and thank you. I'm like you, and that's why I enjoy like talking to you, and I enjoy like the music you do, and wanting to work with you. I just make it as because I love it, right? And it's like
Mhm,
you, man. Like I'm not trying to chase and become like someone famous or anything, and
mhm,
if that happens, great. But we're
mhm.
doing music because we love it so much, and so yeah,
Oh,
it's good
I heard the
talking to
record. When I heard the
like-minded
record,
folks.
I was like, I was ready in my head. I was like, man, I gotta get a flight out there somehow and shoot a video. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
dude,
I got my
we can
passport.
work it, man. We could work it, man. So I'm a fan of your work, and I feel like I don't know if you're like this, but I feel like I'm more of a fan sometimes than an actual artist, man. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I sell records to use that money and buy other people's records, right? So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's just yeah. So well, yeah, needless to say, I enjoy the community of music that you create and the artists that you pull together because
Yeah. That's what
um
keeps it fun, man. I just want to work with people who just love the craft and
yeah,
who push you creatively. And
yeah.
there's never an issue. It's never an issue we can't talk about. But for the most part, the people that I've been connected to musically, everybody's just kind of like so cool with it, laid back with it, kind
Yeah.
of like whatever you just let me know, and I can work with people like that all day. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
when the
Which is
egos come into play,
yeah,
that's when I
this is a good example of that with the track between you and Eric Solo, which I think
yeah
is a big yeah, is oh man, that exactly defines what you just mentioned. And he's another
yeah
dude that just like is amazing too. Like he's as
yeah
prolific as you and the same
Eric,
attitude that we were talking about. Hey, what do you need? I got you. Boom.
yeah
So
Eric
yeah,
is Hasbro is a funny one, man.
great track.
He because I had somebody else talk about that too. They was like, I get it, but I don't. I was like, you just got. I said, what it is I'm bringing Eric Solo's fresh to you music wise. I said, but if you listen to his catalog, he's fitting right in pocket to how he puts his music out. Right.
Oh, dude.
It's a fun record, man. It's the has
Yeah.
been bro. Right? He's talking about the dude that's the has been. So he's a has bro. And just the metaphors and the
That's great.
entendres that he puts in that record is fun, man. It's a fun listen,
Yeah.
and it makes me laugh, man, because Eric is witty. He's a witty dude, man.
Oh,
So it's
very. Yeah, very.
he's and just the different cadences that he puts in this one song and all that. Like
Oh,
that's
dude.
another
He's
one.
good at
That's
that.
another one. Yeah, it's another one. I definitely like. I feel like I could put a visual out for every record on here, but that's one that I would love to just hang out with Eric and just shoot something with him for that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And I don't know if he's a visual artist because I've just listened to his music, so I need to actually research Eric and see if he has any visuals. But I think that record is fun. I love that record. I actually pulled a lot of those sounds from like a documentary, based out of like overseas in the jungle somewhere. So that's when you're hearing those chants and all those sounds of like stuff from that. And he heard that and was like, I think I got an idea for this. So when he came back with it, I was like, yeah, I like this. I
That's
like
cool. Yeah, I
it.
mean him too, man. He's just finishing releasing the microphone friends he did with P minus from ATAC. That was another
Yeah, yeah.
project too. That
Another
was
dope one
amazing.
that you
Oh,
killed. Yeah, another dope
oh
feature.
man. So yeah, I love just again, man, I'm just getting into um yeah, just a mix of different artists, man. I don't know like if it was like that really back in the day when I first started, I felt like everybody
Hmm.
was like confined to their posses and stuff. And
Hmm. Hmm.
so, but
Hmm.
I love just like this new day and age where everybody's like all about helping each other, putting music together and just different combinations.
Yeah,
So,
it's the beauty of being independent. It's the beauty of independent, unsigned, or whatever, however you want to call it. It's the beauty of, like you said, using the power of social media to
oh
for good.
yeah.
Because if it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't know anybody like that. You know what I mean? So
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
it's when
Well,
you like me, I've researched artists. When I look at their pages, I'm looking at them promoting, I'm listening to their music. I go to Bandcamp. I'm still a digger. Like whether
yeah,
it's
yeah. Oh yeah.
we going to the record store, if it's going to Bandcamp, I'm digging for new records. So if I really like somebody's work, I don't have a problem taking $10 out of my wallet and paying for that record and all
Yeah.
that. If I'm really, really digging them, man, I'll even reach out. Like I'm not above reaching out to somebody saying,
Oh,
"Hey,
not at all, man.
I like what you're doing here, man. If you're looking to maybe do a record or something, like here's what I've done so far. If you feel like it's something we can connect, let's do it." You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's that's how you build community, man, and it grows and you just meet incredible people, man. It's
Oh
I've this
yeah.
journey on the music side has just been it's the power of it's the power of not saying no. It's the power of saying yes to
Yeah.
if it makes sense. If it
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
because you wanna try to make this happen, especially if you're
Yeah.
working with great folks. Yeah, which
Hmm.
yeah is a good segue to this next song, which Trey Dot's another guy that I just man I love his voice and his presence on the mic and just man and I can't remember if he's like from North Carolina or from the way east.
Yeah. Yeah, he's born and raised in Queens, but he's North Carolina now, is where he lives
Okay,
now.
yeah, yeah. So he's another one too that he's mad prolific too, man, and yeah, he's got some great art attached to the music that he does. But yeah, just
Hmm.
I love what he's got to say too, and so
Yeah,
that's
so he
cool,
was
man. That you guys got
what's
to
that
put a song together.
because he was on that my bad. He was on that how an MC Rocks was on
That's
there.
right.
So
Yeah.
so he that track was a late addition because originally you remember we did the Vinyl Tears album.
Yep.
Footprints in the Sand was originally supposed to be on this album on Boombap Alumni.
Oh, damn. And that song was
Yeah,
dope, man.
yeah,
That's the one
that
about
was
his
the
dad, right?
yeah. So that was the original record that was supposed to be on the project, and then he after just kind of him recording Vinyl Tears, I was like, you know what, it makes more sense to
I think so too.
you to take Footprints in the Sand and put
Yeah.
that on the project and just you just owe me one down the road. And so when I started kind of wrapping up the album, that's when I hit him up and was like, all right, I need my get back down. I need you to because I still want you on the album. And that's
Yeah.
I sent him this beat and he did the how an MC rocks and it
Yeah.
was a nice addition too. And it fit in perfectly too. I think it fit in better
Yeah.
now looking back at it than Footprints in the Sand on the album. It wouldn't have fit as because
I
Footprints
I think you're
was such a
absolutely right.
such a personal record, right? And
Yeah.
this album is not really too many personal stuff. This is more of just like it's a compilation. It's
No,
like
I
a
agree.
it's like an all-star game. So
Yeah.
um so it worked out for the good run and he gave me that record. And when he recorded that record was right around the time where the on the social media and everything was talking about rappers not writing their own rhymes again. Like, that's always like a yearly thing, right? And I think Styles P was on that podcast, and that's why I pulled that sample from at the end and started
Oh,
cutting it
wow.
up a little bit. And talking about writers not being good rap. An MC is not an MC if he didn't write it. He's just a good, reciter or something like that.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
so I was like, that's perfect. So
Um,
it's a dope record, man. And then it's,
yeah, I
and
think so.
it's Trey Dot basically it's a love letter to hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just kind of saying how much he loves hip hop, which is similar to the Trav joint too, where it's like
Oh,
an
yeah.
open letter to hip hop and how much he loves him. It's like his love story. So it's a dope record.
Yeah, no, he's great, man. So good addition. And yeah, a lot of great features on this project. G-Fan Black, who
G
he's
fan.
another one I love. Just like the texture of his voice really reminds me of like Nine,
Yeah,
the way that he delivers.
yeah, yeah. That was a
But
fun.
I can only imagine, man, as you were putting this project together, as you were getting one song back at a time, just how exciting it was. And I know they didn't all come in at the same time, but just yeah, great
Mhm.
tracks. And then I was not familiar really with Notes 82, but Lobby Story, man, that had like a Mob Deep feel to it, man. That was probably one of my favorite tracks. Are they from New York or the East Coast? Where are they from?
Yeah, Notes from Brooklyn originally.
Oh, dude,
He's
disgusting.
he's
Super
I
dope.
think he lives in South Carolina now, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
I met Notes. I met Notes through the mixtape show. I met him in
Yeah,
2020 is when I interviewed him during the COVID era, and
yeah.
he's his body of work. He's one of the few guys on the underground scene that can put together. I call him big records. He can make those big commercial style
Oh,
hip hop records.
that
He
song
can
was definitely a big record, man.
Yeah, he can make those, but honestly, if you listen to his older work sounds more polished,
Okay.
like I said, it's radio ready, right? And so after he dropped his last album called the Cover Art. That was his last album he dropped
Yeah.
last year. Really dope album. Like I said, it's real cinematic. It's really clean. It's real polished. Production is really polished. And so he was on the Heat tape. He did a record for me called Hip Hop Fruition.
Okay.
And so that's when the bug kind of got to him like, okay, at some point, me and you got to work together. I was like, yeah, man. But back then I was kind of like, you do different records than I produce, right?
Mm,
So he Notes kind of was sitting on the side, not the sideline, but he's kind of peeping what we've been doing, supporting what we've been doing with Mad Good, with
yeah.
Trav and Lil and everything. And he was just kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm ready. So
Nice.
Lobby Story was one of the first joints we recorded for this EP me and him about to drop.
Damn.
But after I heard it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to take that for my album. You know what I mean? Because
That's cool, man.
um, we were kind of thinking bigger picture things. Like I want this project because he's one of the heavy features on this album.
Yeah.
I wanted this project to kind of be the first breadcrumbs of the work me and him are about to do together.
Yeah. Oh, great.
With the EP, and then he has another album that he's recording too. So we got like a lot of work coming. And this is kind of what we call this is like a new notes as far as how he's writing and how he's attacking records and how
Oh,
he's doing.
dude. It was
So
great.
he's leaning more into his old when he first got back in the game, first got in
Okay.
the game, he was heavy underground boom bap style
Yeah.
records, right?
Dude, I'm
So
telling you, I thought it was like a Havoc and Prodigy track, man. Just the way,
yeah,
yeah,
Lobby Story is he said that's the first time he's ever done like a storytelling type record too, which I don't believe him. I'm gonna have to go listen to your catalog because I don't believe you, but
yeah,
he heard the beat and he said that instantly he thought he was like, this is cinematic. I got to tell a story on this somehow. And he basically said he just used life experiences, right?
oh, okay.
He was like, this is me as a shorty growing up in Brooklyn, because I think he lived close to Marcy. So he
Okay.
grew up just kind of hanging out, as a kid, hanging out in the lobby, in the New York project buildings and just seeing all this stuff going on in his neighborhood. So he's taking these little bits of stories of things that's happened in his life and crafted his own story. And it's basically like him kind of nodding off, hanging out in the lobby, taking, falling asleep, but it's like it's really going on, but it's not really going on kind of thing,
Yeah.
telling the stories that happen. And we got a special idea visually for this one. I think you're gonna dig. That's in the works right now. So that's gonna be one of the first after the album drops, probably gonna be one of the first singles after the album drops.
Damn.
And yeah, man, that record. I had to take that one back. I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to use this one. I know he's gonna put it on your EP, but I gotta have this one. It's a standout record. I want this to stand out. So
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
do it.
it was a good mix of everything that's on there, man. So again, Trey Dog, G Fan Black, Notes 82, Lendor, Travis, man, Ace Wonder, the list goes on, man. Just man,
Hmm.
you did a good job of curating the tracks for this project. And
That's what I wanted to do. That's what I
oh,
wanted to
dude,
do.
yeah, Lendor, man, the dude is mad prolific too as well. He got that song too, which is similar to "Content is King." So it's you hating on the low, which another
Hmm.
topic too that everybody feels too, right? As well, sensitive topic, and just the world cannot be without their haters, man. So I love that
Yeah.
topic, man. So just great, man.
Yeah,
Another one that
on
I'm
the low,
like,
I mean, I made the beat, but I love the production of On the Low. I just love,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about that record that it gets my attention and makes my ears feel good. It's nice and warm. It's a warm record,
Yeah.
and shout out to S too. S is, like I said, S is a veteran MC up there in Canada.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm very glad he was able to hop on it because we never worked together. That was the first time we've ever done something together. So it was
That's
fun
great.
kind of work with him and even learn some things from him and his history up in Canada hip hop. Like the dude is like a a legend, but very
Mm.
humble about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Which
that's
is
great.
is really dope.
Oh, dude, yeah. So really, really cool, man. Just a lineup of songs. Ace Wonder comes with penmanship, and then Notes 82. There's another song. And real quick, can you talk about K Trey too? I think he is a local Texas hero too, as well. And so,
Yeah,
what is your
yeah.
connection to him?
K Trey is like my brother, man. That's my outside of his music stuff. That's like my dude. He's my,
Mhm.
I don't have any brothers, but he's definitely a very close friend of the family.
Oh, that's
He's
great, man.
yeah. I met him right around the time me and my wife were getting married. So
Okay.
we're about to hit 13 years of marriage June 1st. So we've
Okay.
known each other about 13 years, me and Trey. And he's been there for every like life event that I've had, like birth of my kids, death of my
Oh,
father. He's been to New York with me to visit family. He can go up there and stay with family if I'm not around. Um, we've had deep conversations. He's the one who put the bug in my ear to get back into producing. So he's the
oh,
one who was
wow.
like, you know too many people to not do art. You know what I mean? So he was the one who kind of gave me that pep talk to kind of get out there and do that thing. And he's musically, we call him a mutt. He's a music mutt. Like even though he's from Dallas, Texas, he's a southern
Yeah.
true Southern gentleman. You would expect him to just love Southern rap, but in his favorite artists like Scarface, Jay-Z,
Great.
Sky Zoo, like prolific writers, right? So he's a writer. He's into that. He listens to anything. He writes to anything.
Yeah.
So for me, he's the most difficult person to create a beat for because he has so many different styles.
Yeah.
And we just know each other too well personally. I don't have it's hard for me to gauge his musical taste because he's all over the place.
Okay.
Music. So when I do have something and I throw it at him, and he's like, "Y'all can do this," that's like a victory for me. So
Yeah. That was a deep
these
song
two,
that he did, man. Well, I mean, he
yeah,
did the
yeah,
posse cut,
profound,
but
yeah. Yeah, the
profound
profound record, yeah, profound record was it's one of those
history
ones that
lesson, man.
it's a history lesson and we had to take the other it's a record with notes jumped on where we had to remove somebody, but
Okay.
his verse is original and he's actually a lot of that stuff he's talking about, I've been there during a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the being in Philly and then going up to all those vacation stuff and all that stuff. So this is him just like kind of telling his story of me and his relationship as homies and just things that we've done and things in his life that has done. And the dude is dope, man. He has an EP that he's gonna be dropping soon that I've heard some joints from that sounds really dope.
Damn.
Um, he's definitely one of those guys that when he lays a verse, you stop and listen. You know what I'm saying? He's
That song was
I
definitely
can't
one of those, man, for
yeah,
sure.
I can't say enough good things about my brother, man. I just I support him if even if if I'm not involved with it, I try to support him as much as I can because he's one of those ones to me that I feel like should be getting more attention artistically because he has a really deep and dope catalog
Yeah.
that people just don't respect enough for me. So hopefully we'll be working with him to shine a little bit more light on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, yeah, and to be honest with you, I mean, Profound was probably my second favorite song on the album. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah, that track with him in Notes 82 just really hit too as well. And I love that kind of stuff, man. That just like, you know,
yeah.
man, it was deep, man. So
Yeah,
that's
and that was
definitely a listening track.
production wise for me. That wasn't nothing different for me. Like I don't do a lot of soul sample chopping for me.
Yeah,
Do it sometimes if I can find the right one, I like to do it. But because I'm more into the
for sure.
abstract side. But when I heard that record, because I pulled that record from a 45 and I heard that and I was like, I gotta do something with this. You know what I
No,
mean? And it's to me the production of it is so simple because I knew that whoever was going to rhyme on that was going to elevate it and vice
yeah,
versa. I thought he was going to elevate them and vice versa. And they was going to, they wasn't going to fight with it. It was going to be a nice little marriage. So I definitely had to find the right two people for it. And then when I called out notes and asked him to jump on it to replace somebody, he has a Notes has a record called Malcolm and Martin, and I said, "Yo,
Oh,
can you give me a
that
Malcolm and
feel.
Martin type
Yeah.
verse? Yeah, can you give me a Malcolm and Martin type beat?" He's like, "I got you." You know what I mean?
You
And
sure did, man. Yeah, the
yeah.
chorus was really dope. And so yeah, I thought yeah, that was a great track. So definitely one of my favorites. Again, probably my
Thank
second favorite song on the album.
we trying to figure out a visual for that. We originally shot for the original version. We did shoot a video for it.
Hmm.
I can't use it now. I've used like K Trace pieces like promo. We was actually in Queensbridge and we were on the rooftop. My cousin hooked us up, she got to connect through the housing guys and he let us up on the roof and it was a
Oh,
perfect
nice.
being on the roof and you can see the Queensbridge in the back. It was a beautiful
Oh,
shot. I
sick.
can't we can't use it now, so now we got to figure out how to reshoot that video again. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
one of my goals in the summer is to get that shot with Notes and K Trace. So we may have to fly together in the same spot and do that one.
Dope, man. And I wanted to shed some light too on Travisty's track. So represent the Benchwarmers click. Trav
Absolutely.
kicks many times on the album, but man, he was again just another one that is I'm really enjoying his work too as well. So standout tracks, Rap Life, What I Think About You, he did really well on it, and I just love the dude's delivery. He's another very witty guy too as well when he puts rhymes together. I love his delivery, the grit in his voice when he raps, and so man, I love the way that you guys sound together. So really great tracks by him.
Yeah, Trav is my he's I tell Trav all the time, I'm trying I don't want to overuse our relationship and our friendship, right? I don't want to always have to feel like I gotta lean on you, or I don't want you to feel like I'm always leaning on you for stuff. But he's a dope artist, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
he's
when
really good.
somebody who has a like that, who's willing to work with you, jump on that opportunity. But I always tell them too, I don't want to abuse
Yeah,
the situation either. I don't want you to feel like that. I'm always asking something from you.
yeah,
But he's cool. He's like, yo, okay, if you got beats, I'm a write. Don't worry about
yeah.
it.
Does he turn
But
it around pretty fast too? He seems like he does.
yeah. Trav's he's like us. You know, he works during the week and he's like a weekend warrior kind of guy.
Hmm.
So I can
Yeah.
always expect Saturdays and Sundays of him texting me saying check your email kind of thing.
Sheesh.
And
Yeah, Christmas.
he yeah, that his records, man, What I Think About You, I love that record. To me,
Yeah.
that's the newer version of I Used to Love Her, right?
Oh
By
yeah,
Con.
yeah. Oh, that's a good
That's
comparison. Yeah,
that's the vibe I get from that.
yeah,
Rap Life is just one of those hard records, saying that he just talking about, in a rapper, right? From his point of view.
yeah,
And that record was actually meant for another project that we had together
yeah.
that we scrapped, but he still has the record. So he was like, I'm gonna just put another verse on it and I'm gonna do what I do. So it's one of my favorite beats. And I was like, yeah, we gotta I gotta snatch that one up too, because that's to me, I feel like a beat miners type record.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
it
So
was great.
and of
Oh,
course the alumni, of course, he set the tone on that one. You know what I
oh,
mean?
dude, and that again was the final track I'm going to talk about, just the posse cut, and
Mhm.
yeah, I love it, man. I'm a big fan of the posse cut. I don't know if you remember this movie called Panther, where they had this song called The Points,
The
and
points,
it
yeah.
had like freaking 20
Yeah, it's
MCs
like
on it.
Biggie, Redman, LL
Yeah,
Strat,
Bone
yeah,
Thugs.
all Bone
Oh,
Thugs, yeah.
man, so
Yeah.
I love the posse cut, man, and yeah, it's great, man. So yeah, that brought me back to just the old school posse cuts. I don't even know if I hear it too much on these more commercial
Mhm.
records these days, but I love me a good posse cut, man.
Too
So
many politics now, but nah, that was all of that was done on purpose for that track. I knew
yeah,
when I put that album together, I said, point first thing I got to do is I got to get a posse cut. That's gotta be a thing, right? Because I
yeah.
love the Fab Five when they came out, and
Woo. Yeah.
Wu Tang Protect Your Neck. Like so,
Yeah,
this is
Triumph, man. Yeah.
Triumph. Yeah, this is my version of that where I was like, yo, it's no theme behind it, just rap. Just
Rap,
give me six.
yeah, rap.
Just give me 16. Just give me 16. I'll fill in everything. If there's a gap somewhere, I'll fill it in. Don't worry about it. Just give me 16. And I wanted to do my Fab Five. This is my starting five.
I like it.
This is the initial alumni, right? Because this is going to be a thing that's going to be a theme that people are going to get used to me doing is when I put out production albums, that final track is always going to be that alumni posse cut. It's
That's great.
part one, part two, part three. That type of thing with different MCs. So these guys are the first ones. This is the dream team,
I
right?
love, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love
So
it,
this
man.
this is the dream team, and then I got my guy on there, Ed Dav, who's
Yep.
the second. So he's a vet MC. He's from Brooklyn and works at the like he's like a manager at a automobile manufacturing company, and he records when he has time, right? He has family, he's married, he has his wife, he has his, older kids. So he does music. He's not as freak when it comes to the music stuff, but he's a supporter. He's always supported everything I've done with the show. I've had him on the show a few times.
Yeah.
He just released the album early last year. And so when I came to him on this one, I was like, I gotta have you on this, man. You were literally one of the original like Boombap alumni. You gotta get on there, man. I gotta let people know who you are.
That's
And so
great.
it's kind of like having like MC Shan get on your
Oh,
record.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
a
That's
true
how that's how
OG.
it felt for me. Like a true like pioneer of the movement. He's one of the first original like supporters of the movement. So for him to jump on there and do what he did and kind of give a little history lesson of hip hop to him is pretty dope. So
For
I was
sure.
I was happy to have him on that record, man. And he fit in just nice with everybody else, you know what I mean?
Sure did.
And Trav set it off, the perfect man set it off, and then everybody else was going crazy. And then I had my guy Trey anchor the record, and
Yeah.
he's I've been hearing that people love his verse on that. So like I said, hopefully these records can open up a lot of eyes and ears for a lot of people who may not be familiar with a lot of these MCs on this project.
Yeah, no, that's why I love these things, man. Like, some of the MCs, you learn more about some of
Mhm.
the ones you just don't, I mean, there's so much music going out these days. So
Absolutely,
anything that could
absolutely.
focus and concentrate on introduction of some of these newer artists, just because they're not in your normal radar, spectrum,
Mhm.
it's good, man. So yeah, I learned about a couple new artists who aren't new, but they've been doing their thing. So that's great, man. I enjoy that. And again, I felt
Word.
that was like kind of like the Super Friends Justice League song where you put
Yeah.
everybody together, man, and you're about to do the Infinity War. So that
It
was
was going to
great.
be long. It was going to be longer, but I was like, let's keep it at five. Let's keep it at five. Five is a good number.
Yeah, so great project, man. Congratulations. I know we
Thank
got
you, man.
a little less than a month before it drops, but I can't wait. Is this gonna go on the Mad Good catalog? Are you guys
Yeah,
producing hard copies
yeah,
for
yeah,
me?
yeah. So Bad Good's gonna do the physical
Okay.
distribution. We're gonna do cassettes, and we're gonna do a special double CD. The double CD is gonna come with the instrumentals, so you'll get the
Oh,
album
dope.
one disc, and the second disc is gonna have the instrumentals because we got that done.
Okay.
My engineer did all the instrumentals to feel like a beat tape. So it's going to feel like a beat tape when you listen to it on the
Oh,
instrumentals on
great.
that part. If you do get physical, I showed this earlier. You're going to get one of these cards. It's an autograph
Oh yeah,
card.
that's
So
great.
you can actually tap this to your phone. And if you tap it to your phone,
Oh, is
it
it?
opens the album content. So you'll have a digital version of the album to stream on
Bam.
there.
Sick.
All the music videos will be on there. The instrumentals are in there, photos will be on here. I'm gonna do some like behind the scenes footage I'm gonna throw on there,
Oh, that's
and
great.
it's updates in real time. So everybody who makes a purchase of the physicals, you'll get a free copy of this as a keepsake. And like I said, you tap it to your phone, and it's gonna open up the album. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if you like
Oh, it
click
takes
on
you to
there,
like the link tree
yeah,
kind of thing. Okay.
it's like a kind of like a link thing, and it opens up the album for you. You can listen to it.
Oh, I
You can
like
get the
that.
streaming album. So it's some cool stuff, man. I already got some of the music videos loaded on there that we shot so far.
Oh,
And you'll be on the special email list. So every time we put new content on there, you'll get an email that says, "Hey, check your card. We got some new content on there."
super
And
cool.
like do some interviews on there. I'm gonna throw on there. So we want it to be an experience, man. We want it to be something different. We want to for me, thank the people who've been supporting the movement of
Yeah,
what I've been doing the past few years.
love
I
it.
wanted to give them something extra. I wanted to do vinyl, but the album is too long to be on vinyl, so
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't have to make any adjustments. So we'll just keep it as tape and CDs for now. That's why we threw the instrumentals for a double CD and make that a collectible
excellent.
thing. And if you just want to download the digital version of the album, I'm gonna have it available on my website, djkawonmusic.com.
Okay.
Uh, the pre-order's coming soon, and I'm gonna do that for $4.70 for the digital. I'm in
Oh,
celebration of my birthday when the album drops. So it'll be my
oh, hey, all
47th
right.
birthday, turning 47. So it's gonna be $4.70 for the
Love it,
digital
man.
download, and
Major.
tapes and CDs are regular. Yeah, yeah. I don't think we'll be putting the album on streaming right away. I think we'll
Okay.
just do the singles for now.
Great.
If you want to stream it, you got to get one of these. But like I said, I really want to reward the people who support us first before we
Yeah.
throw it out there on the screens. But you'll get to hear the singles though. So the singles will be out there, but not the full album right away.
Most definitely, man. Well, hey, man, the Boom Bap Alumni. I look forward to the actual rollout and release. And again, thank you for
Thank you, man.
the listen ahead of the release, man. I feel
Absolutely.
fortunate that I get to do that, and just your willingness to come and support the show, and just always talk to me about your projects. It's fun for me, so
Yeah,
I'm
thank
trying to
you,
give you
man.
guys a
And
good
like I
time.
said, my man Myth is on my next project I'm gonna
Ooh,
drop. It's
great.
I don't, it's a nice project. It's gonna be nice and chill. It's gonna be a chill project. And that this guy, where's the camera at? This guy right here, who's above me, this guy,
Yeah.
this guy, he can rap. He can
Oh man.
rhyme.
Man, well, I think again, thank you for the opportunity. And I got to close out with some fun questions real quick. So let's do that real quick, man. Hey, your opinion on, we were talking about the NBA Finals. Your opinion on J. Cole playing basketball in China. What do you think about that?
Well, I just got the word that the Spurs are going to the finals.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
Spurs are going
Texas,
to the
what
finals.
the hell? All right, man.
Texas, New York again. J. Cole going. What do you play like in? What do you play in? What
Well,
do you play this year? China this time?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he went on the
Um,
Chinese basketball team. I thought it was kind of cool, man. Hey, man, just do
I,
your thing, man.
yeah, it's cool, but I think he did it before and it didn't work out for him, right?
Oh, did he? Okay, it was second time he did that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I believe he probably could be good enough, but I think that's something you just don't walk in and say, "Hey, I'm going to play."
Okay.
And it's still a professional basketball league, so you're
No,
gonna,
fair enough. Right.
you
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I
Even though it's a different
mean?
country.
Yeah,
I,
it's
I
still
just
a
love that he
professional.
tried, man. Like he's
Yeah,
a basketball fan, right? Like you could,
yeah,
so
yeah. You could tell. Yeah, but I think if you're gonna put yourself out there, be better prepared. Don't do like an album rollout and drive cross country and say, "Now I'm gonna fly out to China and play basketball." That's a bad look. You know what I mean? But
Valid point, right? Because these
have,
guys give 100%, right? So I get
yeah,
what you're saying.
because I look at it like you taking somebody else's roster spot who could have been there. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I say put together a celebrity league if you want to do that.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Hey, in your opinion, two underrated rappers of all time.
All time. Man, two of all time.
I can go with one. I just, I try to,
Yeah.
but who do you think is severely underrated?
Oh man. I don't know if I'm gonna say underrated, but I don't think Black Thought gets talked about enough.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, like hip hop heads know, but
Yeah, for sure. For
I
sure.
don't think he gets talked about enough. And
That's a good one.
I'm gonna say, oh, that's a good question, man. I'm going through my Rolodex right now in my head.
I feel like AZ doesn't get the love he deserves sometimes, man. I'm a big AZ.
Yeah, AZ. I say AZ is a good one. I think with this new De La album, Paz didn't get enough love either because
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Paz's pen was crazy on this last De La Soul album.
Yeah.
Um,
Good one.
he did his thing on that one. So yeah,
Good
AZ's a
answers.
good one. AZ's a good one.
Okay. Hey, do you have any superstitions that you subscribes to? Is there anything that you feel like you got to do for good luck or anything weird that you just follow as a family tradition
Oh, as a family tradition, that's a good
or
one.
anything individual?
Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to think because I do have some quirky.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. Yeah,
I
yeah.
do have some quirky things. Like I have a thing with closing doors. I guess it's a slight OCD. Like
Uh-huh.
the feel of closing the door if it doesn't feel right, it throws me off. Or
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I gotta touch the handle on the refrigerator a certain way. When I close it, I can't, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly what I'm talking about, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's yeah, for me, a lot of my stuff is touch and feel. If it doesn't feel right, or if I don't grab it at the right angle, I'll kind of retrace my steps to do it again. So I think it's a
Yeah.
weird OCD thing that I haven't really addressed
Oh.
yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do that too, especially like when it comes to like locking the door, and then just weird, man. But yeah,
I
no, I
think
think
actually, I think I just did it because I do it a lot with my hat. I just caught myself because I do it with my hat too. It's
yeah,
like if when I adjust it, if I don't like see it's throwing me off, so I'll just kind of do it until it feels right.
yeah, yeah. So I know we all have it. So yeah, I thought I'd ask that. Well, hey, my last two questions for you. What is one of your favorite TV shows from the '90s?
Please. And Live in Color.
Oh man,
Um,
great.
I mean, good thing we have reruns now, but I still watch the Cosby Show reruns.
Yeah.
I still watch, like I said, Living Martin, of course. Um, Mad TV is dope too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do
You
like
want
the
to talk about Mad
slapstick
TV?
comedy.
They
Yeah.
almost put Saturday Night Live out of business.
Yeah, I do like that stuff, man. Saturday Night Live, yeah, Mad TV. And Living Color was great with the skits
Living
too.
Color and Living Color invented the Super Bowl halftime show. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's great, man. So, oh, okay. Hey, those are good ones. All right, my final question for you. Just, I know you're a big fan of music in general, and so I feel like you're 47. I am of that age too, 46 years old. So we grew up the same time in terms of like music in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was just really
Mhm.
great. I'm curious, some of your favorite musicians from the 80s. Whose music sticks out to you in terms of
Oh,
yeah, who you like to listen
the
to from
80s
that
is my
time?
favorite era. They say the 80s is where the most music was released all time, right? Michael Jackson, of course,
Yep.
Prince, um, Run DMC,
Oh yeah.
um, gosh, a lot of singles, not too many like albums, but a lot of crazy singles. Morris Day,
Oh yeah.
I used to love Morris Day in the time.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you like Madonna at all? I love Madonna's like 80s music, man.
nah, I mean, I respect what she did, but
Yeah,
you
yeah, you're
know,
not, yeah,
I'm not a
not,
huge fan.
yeah, I did like that kind of
Yeah,
like
a lot of the rock in the 80s, I love a lot because I still listen to a lot of those old joints today. So a
yeah.
lot of rock music, Sade was my back in the day.
Oh, dang.
A lot of musically driven, so a lot of bands I was a big fan of.
Yeah, New
Because
Edition.
me and my wife, we'll catch ourselves on Friday nights watching MTV, and they'll have like an 80s playback, and we'll sing
Oh, that's
damn near
great.
every song that comes on.
How fun, man. Yeah, it's a good time for music, man, and interesting. Yeah, I believe it, man. Probably one of the most periods that they put out the most music. Seems like it. So yeah, great.
Yeah,
Well, good, man. Hey, brother, thank you so much. I know it's late out there, but man, we could talk about this all day, man. So congratulations
absolutely.
on your forthcoming
Thank you, man.
release. Again, I can't wait for the rollout and all the associated stuff that comes along with it if you access the card. But yeah, I appreciate you. You always value this time with you. So with that, turn it over to you for some final words, man. And I look forward to getting this interview out. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no problem, man. Boombap Alumni available June 23rd. Mad Good Records is doing the physicals. They'll also be available on DJ Kawon music.com. Cool 718. Um, yeah, man. And other than that, I appreciate you, brother. And once we get physicals, I get your address and I gotta send you out a copy of tape and CD.
Man, I got supported, man. So you let me know, and I'll stay in touch, man. So, again, yeah, thank you. We'll talk soon, and you know how I do, man. I'll keep you posted when I get this stuff rolled out.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you, man. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Knicks.